We first heard about Banan 2 years ago from Pictures Plus founder Kent Underman. His son and partners had just opened a new food truck on Montserrat Avenue in Diamond Head. Since then, they've added locations on University Avenue and in Waikiki. They've also gotten national attention from PETA for their vegan sundaes. But get this, it all started as a joke among friends. Now that's bananas.
Our name, it's a pretty funny and simple story. When we were first starting out, before we were even thinking of creating a company, our really good friend Nick White, we were just making batches, and he spoke French and he started calling it Banan, and then I ended up making a logo for it, and I think in French it's spelled with an E at the end, and I didn't realize that, so we just shortened it, and it ended up meaning banana in a bunch of European languages. And we liked that it was short, fun, and cute, and we also love that people don't know how to pronounce it. There's tons of people saying Banan or Banan, or sometimes we even call it Banan. I started this company with 3 other friends a little over 2.5 years ago, and what we do here is we take a bunch of locally grown bananas and turn that into a dairy-free soft serve. So it looks just like frozen yogurt, but it's all made out of fruit. So myself and Galen McCleary, who now works for Patagonia Provisions, Luke Underman, and Zach Berry. We were all friends from high school. We went to separate universities across the states, from Hawaii all the way to the East Coast. Senior year, we realigned with this spirit of entrepreneurship, and we were interested in doing a business together. We were working on a bunch of ideas. This one, banana ice cream, started off as a joke actually. First of all, just blown away by the simplicity of its ingredients. Taking fruit, turning it into ice cream, it just seemed very wholesome and really right. When we started realizing that we're all from Hawaii, it's one of the states that commercially grows and sells bananas, we could add this beautiful farm-to-table philosophy to it, investigate our local agriculture, and it started really giving us a drive and kind of a beating heart of a mission of why we're going to go and do this, because we fell in love with the product, and when we realized we had this mission of connecting with local agriculture, we were fired up and we all moved back to start it up. Going into business together, a lot of people warned against it, like, don't do business as friends. Whatever you do, don't do it. It's going to ruin your relationship. And it's worked out beautifully so far and really deepened our relationship. And it's funny because going into business, we didn't really define roles like, hey, you're marketing guy, hey, you're operations guy. We were just pretty lucky that we brought different diversity of skills to the business and it fall into place. And we got tons of great advice because Zach's dad is a business owner. He owns Beat It Hawaii, and Luke's dad is Kent Underman, who owns Pictures Plus. Having advice from them and kind of being able to be, mentored into business was certainly key, and also a really good emotional and motivational part of our success. Just because when you start a business and you're this young, you're almost naive, or you think you're going to blow up, right away and be really huge. But you do need that emotional kind of pat on the back, like, hey, you guys are doing it, and some really good guidance from them. When my friends and I started out this business, we had no culinary background. We really don't know what we're doing. Still today, we almost don't know what we're doing. And it's just been a very organic build of our flavors. It's just us basically throwing a bunch of fruits and herbs or vegetables or whatever we like and we think sounds good. And from there, we'll kind of tinker with it. And I did go to school for molecular biology, and so we had when we first started, a very kind of methodical process to it. It's somehow worked, and I think a key to our success is it's very simple ingredients. You take what's given to us from our local farms. They're sweet, got lovely bananas, papayas, or whatever ingredients we throw in there, and it's going to taste good. Our company has a huge driving philosophy in supporting local agriculture. That's the farm-to-table aspect that you see that we put everywhere on our walls and everything. And that starts with bananas. These all come from Sugarland Farms in Kunia, and so they're all locally grown, as well as with our papayas, pineapples, our seasonal flavors like lilikoi, dragon fruit. We go through about, with our 3rd location, 5,000 to 6,000 pounds a week of bananas, and that's us every morning peeling boxes and boxes and boxes of bananas. On the other end of that spectrum, we also have a concept of table to farm that we coined, where we take all of those banana peels, papaya skins, all of our food waste. As of now, we mainly work with a local pig farm who comes and picks it up, and then it turns into pig feed. We love that, just the cycle of growing things here and trying to dispose of our waste as responsibly as possible. When we first started our business, we didn't even know if we were going to do a food truck, a store. We actually ended up getting the food truck for $2,000 off of Craigslist. And so you can imagine it doesn't drive so well. So that's stationary. It was an incredibly fun start. Definitely a lot of growing pains. It was hot days in the truck and long hours because we didn't have employees at that time. It was us every single day. I never had an Instagram account before, and I manage ours today. And it just blew my mind seeing how if you have a visually appealing product, customers market it for you and they take a picture of it, and from there it just grows like rapid fire, and our truck became really successful. And after we had a Japanese celebrity stop by, then it really grew us to the next level with our Japanese market. We launched a Kickstarter campaign to crowdfund money to open up this guy behind me, and which was a massive success. We asked for $20,000 and ended up raising $35,000. It was a large footprint, large rent, but we bit the bullet because we knew that for branding's sake and for being involved in education, this is just the center point. You got university across the street, Punahou down the street, which we graduated from, UH Lab. We got 20 or 30 kids coming after school every day from over there, Mid-Pac, you name it. There's tons of schools right here and have had, tremendous success with this location here, which has propelled us to our third location in Waikiki, which we're really excited about because we didn't even think about going into Waikiki. We ended up just being asked by a landlord to be a part of the Royal Hawaiian Center. And we're in this awesome little beach access right next to the Cheesecake Factory. It's been amazing to see our customer base grow from the local population to now even receiving some national recognition from PETA. We recently won a top 10 vegan Sunday award from them, which we didn't even apply for. All of a sudden we got this email saying you guys are nominated, and then, oh, you guys are actually within the top 10 list. We have dreams of going far beyond Hawaii and always investigating real estate on areas of the island like Haleiwa, Kailua. So we're looking to expand and eventually grow it even outside, maybe to California and to other areas of the world. And it always somewhat reflect the local environment and the local produce. So every ba-naan you go to around the world, if we get to this phase, it'd be a little different, reflecting the flavors of each community.